What's going on, YouTube? We are going to do some unboxings. It's been a minute since I've done this, but with this current Home Depot craze, I decided to get a few items. Wasn't super excited about a lot of stuff that they put out this year. It just seemed very lackluster, but there were still some odds and ends that I really liked. Mostly like a lot of their Tombstones, but I also love some Skellies. So I bought a few things here and I want to unbox them, and I'm going to give you my honest review and let you know what I think of them, and we'll talk about it. All right, so we're going to get into this. Here we go. All right, so as you can see here, I've got one of the boxes here. What I did get was the ultra poseable. It's the new corpse, and we're going to show you what it looks like on the inside here in a minute. But this guy kind of looks like a version of the old skeleton and also the old corpse. It looks like they kind of mixed two items. So we're going to take a look at it and we'll give you our review. All right, so we're going to open this guy up. We're going to see what we got in here. One thing that I heard a lot about was the lack of quality with the Home Depot stuff and how they shipped it this year. A lot of people felt like it was rushed and things just lacked quality, but I figure the ultra posables are one of those things that seem to be a safe bet. So we're going to take a look and see what we got here so far. All right. So far, this is what we got here. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I'm getting a good view of this. As I've told you guys before, I'm getting used to a new camera here. But as you can see, it has some of the elements of both the skeleton and also the corpse that they came out with. The skeleton has been around for a while, but this one has some pretty decent sculpting on it. One thing I may do, and let me know if you guys want to see that. I don't really get into corpsing or anything like that, but I do like messing around with stain and giving things a little more age on it. And I can already see that this can use some of that character on there, so I may do a separate video where we kind of mess around with that and get some interesting colors and some more aging looking effects on this. So that's something we can do a little bit later, and it's an easy thing to do. I'll show you guys how to do it, but for those of you who are into corpsing and things of that nature, I still want to keep the posable elements at the joint here. As you can see, these joints, a lot of times when you start corpsing, you lose that element of flexibility, and I don't want to do that. So I just really want to add some patina to it, a little bit of antique. So, but anyway, let's get this guy out and get a better look at it. All right, so we've got him completely out here. I'm going to show you what he looks like here so you can get a better look here, and we'll take a look at this thing all the way through. Sorry, I'm stepping in your light here. I want you guys to be able to see it. So as you can see, it's got some really cool sculpt around the head here, kind of giving you that decayed, but it needs a little bit more help to sell that effect. Still looks, but I do like what they did. I do like what they did. And it's a little different from, like I said, the corpse. It's like a mix of the skeleton and the corpse. I like the missing tooth effect here. And I think if we put a little bit of stain on this guy here, is going to just give it a little more character. Almost has kind of like a mummy-esque type feel to it here. So, but it's pretty cool. I did get two of these guys. And I just like the ultra posables because there's so much you can do with them. But yeah, this guy is cool. He was $40. So at the end of the day, Not a bad deal when you consider what some of these places charge for skeletons, and for this to be something that you have a lot of freedoms. And obviously the hands can be moved and posed. You can do things with the fingers. The hands turn. Same thing the head does, a little bit of side to side action, as you can see. You can move it back and forth, or forward or backward. And you can look up. The head has a little more radial movement now. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, I think I'm going to definitely do another video. If you guys are interested, please drop a comment and let us know if you want to see me, maybe put a little bit of stain on there and see if it brings out a little bit more of the character in this guy. But we got 2 of these. I'm not going to unbox the other one because it's basically identical to this guy. But if you want, we can kind of compare it to the old skeleton and the old corpse. We can look at those. If you're familiar with the old skeleton, this is what he looked like here. I hate the eyeballs on the skeleton, so I'm still in the process of whitening those out, and I'll be cleaning that up a little bit. But I just hate the look of those eyeballs. They're so cartoony, and I just wanted to give them a little more of a creep factor. I may tear a wig up and put some strangly hair and give them more of a corpse look. But anyway, I did do a little, as you can see, I did do some of that stain on there to give him a little bit more aged looking feel to him. You can see some of the stain where it clouded up on some of the areas, but it's a real simple move. You put it on there, take a rag, wipe it down, and it gives you a little bit more color and a little bit more aged look. So, and it gives you a little more prominence with the teeth and stuff like that. You can see that. So, but anyway, I'm thinking that I'll do the same thing with the corpse here. And then I'll clean this up again. I started whiting out the eyes, but they need to be cleaned up, as you can see. Anyway, but that's that. And then we'll take a look at the corpse. And this here is the old corpse. I've got him holding our Jeb here. But that's one of the cool things you can do with the fingers. They can hold things, and you can put them in seating poses, all kind of different standing poses. But that is the corpse here, and we'll give you a close-up of his face. And you can see they kind of just took some of the elements of both and mixed it into what we have with that new one here. So, but anyway, that's that. Okay, so the other thing I got here was this guy here, this angel. Can't see the name of it, but I just saw this and definitely liked it. I've heard some negative things about it, but I'm willing to overlook those because I figure there's things that I could probably get by and make up for. Like one of the things I've heard is that the base is too small, so I'm automatically thinking about how to fix that and make that work. But I really love the look of this, and you'll see that when we get to it. I did see one person on our Home Depot group on Facebook did a little bit of sanding on that to bring the facial elements out a little bit more, which is really cool because it's got half an angel's face and half a skull, which I really thought this was cool. I'm a sucker. Home Depot always does a great job with their tombstones. There's a few more I want to get. A lot of them were not available because our Home Depots in Michigan suck. They can't get the stuff out quick enough. I think they're a little more traditional, and they're like, we'll get them out when we get them out. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we'll open this guy up, and then we'll take a look and see what we got. All right. Okay, one thing I noticed here is a little bit of damage on the box here, so I didn't even see that earlier when I wasn't really paying attention to it. So, but you know what? These are some of the things that happen when you're dealing with shipping and transit, and especially when it's coming from places like Indonesia or Cambodia or Vietnam or China. It can get kind of messy. But anyway, we're going to take a look at what's inside. I'm more concerned with everything inside being okay. I've heard some horror stories, 2 left wings, 2 right wings, all that fun stuff. But let's go ahead and get this tombstone out, this angel, and let's make sure it's in good shape here. As I open the box here, you can see the base here, and then looks like that's a wing there on this side, and some assembly instructions. So we're going to go ahead and get all this stuff out of here. There's 2 wings right there, right off the rip. I guess I'm going to be winging it. Anyway, all right. I'll get this out and we'll put it together, see what we got. Okay, right off the rip, I notice, Yeah, the face is very not defined. So I'm going to, we're going to get some sandpaper and kind of sand that down and maybe put a little stain on this one too. See if we can get a little more character there, but it definitely could use a little more pop to it. But it is very cool. It's very cool. This thing is pretty heavy. It's not even on the base yet. And it's pretty tall. It's up to my waist, a little past my waist. But we're going to show you a little more of it. Pretty cool. Very cool. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn it around so you can see the back. This is where the wings go. We're going to see how the wings fit in there. I'm always a little leery when I see these kind of setups here, because a lot of times getting them in is one thing and getting them out is another thing. So this may be one of those things where I put it together and just leave it together, and I don't even try to disassemble it because I don't want to risk breaking it. Because what Home Depot will do is you'll break something and you'll try to return it, but then they won't have a replacement for it, and you'll be kind of, up a creek with no paddle. So anyway, all right, let's get this thing together. Also, I'll show you what the base looks like. That is the base. It's pretty big. It's a little bigger than people gave it credit for, but this thing is pretty heavy. So we're going to see how it all goes together. All right, so we've got her all together here. Her, him, actually seems pretty, has kind of almost a masculine figure. Almost kind of like a Michaelis feel to it. But anyway, this is, actually, it wasn't too bad putting it together. It went together pretty cool. I heard a lot, like I said, I've heard a lot of bad things. The base seems fine. I could see on grass and uneven areas, there may be some issues. So you may have to get creative with making sure this thing is safe when you got winds and things of that nature. But as you can see, it looks pretty doggone good. Thoughts, comments, what say you guys? But yeah, I really dig it. So one of the things I'm going to try to do is I'm going to do a little bit of sanding on here and trying to bring out a little more detail in the face, because it's kind of dull. So I think from what I've seen so far, when people were sanding it, they were able to get a little more prominence out of that, because it's, it's a blow mold. So, the plastic, it can get this loss of detail, but I really like the piece all together. It's pretty cool. So far, I think these are safe bets when it comes to Home Depot. I so far haven't found a Tombstone that's been super disappointing. Most of them have gotten the job done. So this is the Home Depot Angel. There's a name for it, and I've got it wrong. It's called the Grave of Bones Angel of Death. So anyway, that's the Graven Bones Angel of Death. And then you saw the corpse. So the next time you see me, I will probably try to give you a little bit of updates on what I've done with getting some detail on this guy and making it look a little better. So, all right, that's it. Hopefully you guys like this. Like, subscribe. There's more to come, and I won't be getting a lot this year because we're not doing our haunt, but I still wanted to get a couple of signature pieces that I thought were really cool. So this was one of them. All right, that's it. Thank you.